What's going on, YouTube? My real estate roundup homies, greetings. I am Chris Haskins, and tonight we're going to be talking about no money down real estate. Beware, be leery. Make sure you keep your spidey senses when you're walking into a deal where you ain't put no money into the deal. So, my mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. And I have the honor to hang out with my beautiful daughter tonight, who is over there. She's the co-pilot. I'll be your pilot. What's up, Morgan?
Hey.
How you doing? You want to switch the camera on you real quick, or you good?
No.
So thank y'all for hanging out with us. You may or may not know, you follow the content. I've been buying and selling real estate since 2004, and tonight we're going to just break down a little bit about why I am not a huge advocate for no money down deals all the time. And Morgan, do you know what no money down necessarily means? That means, Daddy, I can buy a house with no money out of my pocket. I have literally bought real estate putting up no money, not a dollar. Did you know that? And that's something that truly amazing. That's why real estate is so special. That's why I try to teach it to y'all. So when you come in and you get older, you don't think you got to have all this money to buy real estate. You got it? So tonight we're going to do some comparisons. I'm going to show you some amortization tables so you can understand why it's not always great to have no money down deals. And put it in the chat, please, where you are, when you're chiming in tonight, what city you're chiming in from or your state. And I'd like to know, what are you doing? If you have any questions or you'd like to cover some topics. So what do you, generally speaking, do? What do we want to do in real estate? And we're talking about financing. The big thing about real estate is, how are we going to finance this stuff? Everybody wants to know, Chris, how do I finance this deal? And usually, how does this thing work? With a 30-year amortization. Now, an amortization table is nothing but a loan that is paid back over time. Okay, that's what an amortization table is. So if I give you $100, you pay me back $10 a month. How many months will it take for you to pay me back my $100? If I loan you $100, huh? No, I'm asking you a question now. If I give you $100 and I say you can pay me back $10 a month for the next until it's paid off, how many months will it be before it's paid off?
Like
10 months. That's right. So that's the same way mortgages work. When you borrow $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, it takes you time to pay it off. But what the bank charges is, when you do that, the bank's going to charge you interest on that money. Now, interest is nothing but the cost of money. Did you know money had a cost? Morgan, every time you think about money, I want y'all to understand this. I gotta bring this home for you. I gotta work this just a little bit. Money is nothing but another product. Money is a product, just like a soda, Coca-Cola, just like a Reese cup. I see enough of those in my house. Just like a bag of Skittles that my daughter just bought the other day. Just like what else did you buy? Some mess. Valentine's Day, gummy clusters, whatever that foolishness is. And what I like to buy sometimes is my Ghirardelli 75% chocolate. Money is nothing but a product. You got me? So that product has a cost. And what is that cost called? Interest. So I want you to think about money as you're walking through the grocery store. If you're me, you're looking for the Ghirardelli or the Lindt 70% chocolate, because I like the dark chocolate. I don't like too much sugar. So you're walking through the grocery store. This is how we look at money. You're walking through the grocery store. You say, boom, okay, there's my chocolate. Boom, how much is that chocolate? $3. All right, next thing I know, I want to get me some cranberry juice because I'm a cranberry juice drinker. Oh, how much is cranberry juice? $4. I'm keeping walking down. I want some potato chips, even though I know they're bad for me. I'm walking. I see my potato chips. That's $5. Boom. Then I'm walking down the aisle and I see, if I need finance, and I see money. So money is nothing but another product on a shelf, right? So you see money right there, and then you can just put that in your basket. Then that money is going to cost you what? Interest. So what I'm concerned about for my Roundup family is people borrowing money over 30 years, and they say, I got a no money down deal. I'm got no money down. And I'm not necessarily mad at all no money down deals, but let's break this down. Morgan, go ahead and share your screen. So let's just say, I just want to, huh? What? Just hit share screen. It's already up right there. Hover over that. Add to stage. Hmm? Oh, we got the wrong thing. Oh, you're right. My bad. I hooked the wrong screen. Let me get you out of here real quick. I got the wrong screen. Hold on a second, y'all. We'll get you straight. Remove that. Stop screen, present, share screen, entire screen. We want to present this screen. Got it.
Okay.
So you can remove, bring it in at your will.
German.
Jamar, put them on the screen. Put them on the screen. We got questions. Who are you guys coming in from?
What's going on, Chris?
What's up, my homie? So listen, I'm going to be in Maryland this weekend. My daughter has a cheerleading competition. I would love to meet you. If you're in the Maryland, D.C., Northern Virginia area, please send me a DM on my Instagram. I'd love to do coffee with you early Saturday morning. I'll be in Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia area this weekend for my daughter's cheerleading contest. If you want to do coffee early in the morning, please send me a DM, direct message. So let's talk about these no money down deals and why I think that you need to be very skeptical when it comes to financing $1 over 30 years. So I remember my first deal. We got us on there. Go ahead and bring the screen in more. When I did my first real estate deal, everybody was talking about no money down, no money down. Don't put any on. Just share it. It's up there. No money down. Nobody wanted to bring money, but let me show you what happens when you do no money down deals. So let's just I just want to start with $1,000, right? So I know we're borrowing more, but I need to show you this so I can break down what it actually means when you amortize 30-year amortization and you pay interest, which is the cost of the money. Let's say all of us are trying to get closing cost assistance, right? So Morgan, you got in the screen there. Let's put $1,000 into the top. What happens when we do $1,000 and we amortize that? All right, scroll down. Keep on going. There we go. Okay. Go all the way to the bottom. To the bottom. That's the bottom. Go all the way to the bottom, buddy. So we're amortizing this table here. Oh, that ain't work. Let's see. Right there. Is that it? Scroll up a little bit more. To the top. Go back to the top of our numbers again. Hit a printable right there. Hit printable schedule. So when we amortize, and I hope I can bring this around for y'all. My daughter, we're working out a new live thing to where she's working with me. Printable schedule. All right. Just look at the column that says interest there, Morgan. Make that a little bit bigger. Put that on full screen. There you go. See the interest column? Mm-hmm. Scroll down to the bottom. So if you amortize $1,000 round up, homies, for 30 years, amortization for 30 years, what's the total interest column on that at the bottom?
1,519.50.
1,500?
Yeah.
Let me just leave it at that. So let me help y'all understand this. Let me get this. And you know what's weird? This may seem minuscule, but I'm going to show you how this thing gets big over time, right? I'm telling y'all, the finance business is the best business to be in. Why? Because you get to double and triple your money. Okay. So let's say you borrowed $1,000 at closing. I know we're borrowing way more than that. But if you borrow $1,000 at closing, if you amortize this for 30 years, you're paying back, round up, $1,500 just in interest.
Do you want me to start sharing?
Keep it on there.
Do you want to keep it like side to side?
No, we're good right there. You can leave me in the. Oh, you can.
They can barely see.
Hmm?
Oh, they can barely see.
What you can do if you want to make it bigger? You can put the mouse over here. Do like that.
No, they can really see you.
Oh, I'm good. You can move me here or there. Whatever you want to do. Move me wherever you want me, Morgan. Play with it. It ain't like it's we in here. We having fun together. This is all fun. I don't want people to think that this is just work. I mean, who you want them to see, me or the thing? I don't know. It don't matter to me. Okay, so you borrowed $1,000. You're paying back $1,500 in interest over 30 years. The bank has more than doubled their money. Okay, you're not just paying back $1,000. So this $1,000 that you borrowed, you're paying back 1,500. That's 1.5 times you're paying back. Well, let's just say 150% return on their money. All right, so this gets real bigger to bigger. Morgan, go back to our table there. Go ahead and type in 5,000 right there. Change it to 5,000 at the very top. And then hit recalculate and put that on there. Let's say, because a lot of us, what do we do when we go in to buy a house? What do? We want the seller to pay concessions, and we want to roll in that money into the loan, just like I did many years ago. I didn't have anybody breaking this down to me. So is $1,000 worth $1,500 over 30 years for you? Is it worth? You have to ask yourself that question. Put in $5,000 more. Let's say, all right, what is our total? You got to do your thing, scroll to the bottom, do a printable schedule and see what the 30-year AM on that is. 30-year. Interest only on the right. Don't forget, you still got to pay back. So let me rewind. You can scroll down more. You're paying the interest and you got to pay back the principal too. So you're paying back $2,500. Okay. All right, Morgan. But $55,000 at 30 years, how much is that?
7,586.76.
586. All right, y'all. I want y'all to get this. This is just interest. I hope I'm talking to somebody tonight. Y'all give me a thumbs up if I'm getting to you this evening. You borrow $5,000, you're going to pay back $7,500 in 30 years. Okay. Now I know it may not. These numbers, all they do is get bigger and bigger. They get bigger. So a lot of us are thinking, well, what's that got to do with me, Chris? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Could you use this $5,000, put it into the deal to save you this money over that time? See, what I learned was the more money you put down, the lower your interest rate is and the less you pay back in interest. So it's not always a good idea or the best idea to have no money down in these deals. Don't forget, you pay interest and you have to pay back what you borrowed too. So total, you're paying back $12,000 here that you borrow. So I want to know, does everybody in the chat room today, are we always looking for no money down? What do you think about no money down deals? I'd love to know. You tell us this evening. So I want to kind of get into, before I let you go, I know this is going to be a short one. I had a consultation with a guy today up in New York. He's 66 years old, and I got the utmost empathy. I have to take a huge gulp of compassion, humility, and empathy when I do these consultations. He's 66 years old. He was still renting, and he might be watching here tonight. I thank you for your support. But I want people to understand we're all looking for increase, right? You can take that off the screen, Morgan. You can take the share off. We're all looking for increase in our lives. I was talking to my wife here tonight. We're all looking for more. I want this. I want God to bless me with more. Even my daughter, she's looking for more money, more income, more candy, whatever it is she's looking for. I don't know. But we're all looking for this increase in our lives. But let me just tell you what I have noticed. So your life is like a plate. Let's just say this is a plate, right? Now, what the universe and God does is he gives you things to put on your plate. Let's say he gives you a steak and a piece of potato, a baked potato and some broccoli or whatever. So a lot of us, what? Just bring it on the screen. We'll bring it up in a minute.
Brian Keith said.
Oh, Brian, I got your thing. Yeah, I got to send him a link to the course.
Hey, bro, Chris, I can't log into the training.
Yeah, we got you. I got your thing on Instagram, brother. I'll get it to you. We're working on it, my brother. I give it to my team and get you straight.
And then somebody VI text said if the tenants aren't
If tenants aren't paying, I need more details than that. So we're all looking for increase. What happens is God in the universe gives you a meal to eat or whatever. But the problem is we're all looking for bigger steak, bigger potato, big veggie, and it starts to fall off of our plate. And we aren't the person, we haven't become the person that can handle this stuff. It's crazy to me in a good way. I'm not chastising anyone. We want more. We want the universe to give us more. Let me give you a small, I'll give you a verbal. The universe to give us more. But before the universe will give you more, before God will bless us with more, we have to ask ourselves, what have you done with the money that you've already been blessed with? Oh man, I know you don't want to hear this. I know I didn't want to hear this until I took an account of what was going on in my life. What have you done with the money, time, and resources and life energy that I've already given you? What have you done with it? Did you screw it off? Did you party? Did you drink, drug, party? Did you travel? Did you screw it off? Did you invest it? Did you take it? Did you get training? Did you pour into your mind? Did you buy books? Did you go to conferences? What have you done with the money that you've already been blessed with? And we've got the audacity to ask for more. What makes us think that we can just always be asking for more? It just makes that's not how the universe works. And I just want us tonight to understand. You can bring it on the screen, Morgan. Somebody got just bring it on the screen, buddy. I want us tonight just to understand that before you go out there looking for more, I think, Lord Chris, I want 10 houses, I want an apartment building. What have you done with what you've already got? What's the first comment there, Morgan?
She said management is the key.
Who is that? EI Light. So the thing of it is I had to come to the sobering realization. You can't work your way to wealthy, and you can't earn your way to wealthy. You can't work. There's not enough hours and there's not enough hours for us to work our way to become wealthy. It must be done through ownership of assets. There's a key that I want you to know. There's a phrase and a philosophy that we live by. We earn money off what we own, not off what we do. Let me say that again. We make money off of shit we own, not off shit we do. I didn't mean to curse, but I just want to make sure we drive that home. All right. Next, is that question coming in? Next person.
Brian, he said, it's cool that your daughters are working with you.
Yeah, it's cool, bro, because she's only 11 years old. She's learning how to do this stuff. I'm telling you, the new entrepreneurs. I'm reading a book now. Let me see if I can get that book. I'll be right back, y'all. You got to see this book here. I'll put a link in the chat for you. This is really cool. The level of wisdom that's coming down in this book. Y'all know I am a book fanatic. I'm going to have one of the biggest libraries known to man when I check out of this planet Earth. I'll put a link in the video description for y'all for this book. It's called Key Person of Influence. And the first thing that this book says, y'all, this is going to shake some people up. Ooh, it's going to shake you up, baby. Shook me up. This joint shook me up big time. The world has changed, and so must you. Gone are the days of a career. They are over. There's no such thing as getting a career. Everything has changed, all right? In the last few years, I've seen this explosive growth of social media, online shopping, and massive breakthroughs in technology. Some of the key points I'm getting here already. Talking about being a vital person. The success of Uber and Airbnb has shown us that owning assets isn't required anymore. Being the person or company that coordinates a tribe of people is the most valuable thing we can do. Man. This thing has some crazy points, boy. Your career is over. A career is old technology. It was a great way to structure things at work for many years. It was an excellent, efficient way to get a return on the investment of training and developing staff. But that world is over, my friends. Damn, that's just crazy when you think about it, man. And I'm not saying that you should have a job to get a skill. You know, people are hating job haters out here and just glorifying entrepreneurs. That's why my back is going on because I've been working for 15 hours for the last 20 years, right? Not everybody's going to be cut out to do that. So when I look back, I wish I had some type of career I could have leaned on that would make me 50, 60, 70, 80,000 a year while I was building my real estate empire, but I didn't have that. All right. Anybody else in, Morgan? You got some questions or name anybody got questions on this stuff or want to chat about what they're doing? Real estate stuff.
Management attracts more. Mismanagement lose it all.
Who said that?
EI
Light. Yeah, like yes, you're absolutely right. Management. I didn't know. Well, you know what's crazy? EI Light. EI Light. Management is a skill that most of us never learn. Why? We're focused in the column of earning. Let me tell you a secret that I learned. My mentor, Patrick Bet-David, taught me this years ago about earning and managing. Earning is offense. Managing so we got to earn, obviously. That's going to be hustling, getting out there, earning money. But if you don't know how to manage, you're done. Earning is your offense, managing and defense. All right. And I learned this right from Patrick Bet-David's mouth. Right. I went to the dude's. He told me this personally. And if you haven't seen this video, I interviewed him. It's right on my channel. Is the next question coming in or comment?
Somebody said, what's the name of the book?
Name of the book. We'll put it in the video description. It's called Key Person of Influence. I'll put it down below in a minute. I didn't even know I was going to go there, but we'll put that book will be in the video description for you. Who asked that question?
Cajaris.
CJ, just the letter C.
Cajaris.
Cajaris. Okay. Anybody else coming in?
What he said about me?
Read it, Morgan. Well, who said it and what did they say? Phony? Hey, Phony.
She said.
Fione? Is it Fione or Phony?
It's PHIO.
Fione. Okay, Fiona. What did you say?
She said, Morgan, you're doing great.
She is doing good.
General.
Morgan, you're doing great.
Generational wealth.
Generational wealth.
Generational wealth is passed through knowledge.
That's right. Yeah. And don't be afraid if you mess up a word. There's some big words, Morgan. I didn't know these words till I was 30. It ain't somebody. What's the name, buddy?
Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Said that I'm doing a great job for that.
You are, Morgan. You're doing a great job. I'm like, who knows you running all this equipment? We got all this stuff here. You get to run all this stuff right now at 11 years old. It's really cool.
Gary Hawkins.
Hey, Gary.
We have 10 acres.
10. Spell it.
ACRES.
We got 10 acres. Those are land. So we live on a third acre of land. I don't know what an acre was, Morgan, until I was 28. Don't worry about it. We live on a third acre. So he's got 30 times the amount of land we've got. Okay, Gary, where's that acreage at?
Thinking about getting some tiny houses.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. I would be more than happy to look at that with you and put up some money in the deal with tiny houses. I am so in on tiny houses. Oh my Lord. That is the new wave. I'm in on that, Gary. Send my team a DM on that. I'll be interested in looking at that with you. We got a name, buddy.
Jay Lacka.
Jay Lacka.
Lactose.
Jay Lactose. Whatever you say, Morgan, is what I'm gonna say. Hey, Jay, lactose. I'm not reading. I'm leaving you. I'm not. No, you have to pronounce these words. This is gonna make you better, buddy.
Just say Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Can you help get a Helco?
A HELOC,
Look
a home equity line of credit.
for a sub-to-deal transaction.
Can you get a HELOC for a subject to transaction? It's going to be extremely challenging. I don't know why the majority of banks don't like loaning money where the owner of the property is not the originator of the loan. Makes no sense to me. Is that Gary? No, Jay. Jay, I don't understand that. But if you go, this is where private money comes in, y'all. A private money lender isn't going to care that you're on title, but you're not on the first loan, right? That's why I'm begging y'all. I'm trying to push you. Private money, all the money that I borrow, all. I've got some lines of credit, but they're old. I haven't been to a bank since 2010. All of my real estate. Do you know I have lines of credit on my real estate with regular people? I can call up people and borrow $100, $200, $300,000 based on my real estate from people. So Jay, if I were you, I would go out there to the marketplace. I don't know how much equity you have, but ask ordinary people. Do you know anybody interested in loaning and putting in money on a real estate deal that's secured by real estate? And you can put them on the property as opposed to doing a traditional loan. But a home equity line of credit, only banks that I know will do that are local small banks. The one here in my town that does it is Union Bank. You can give them a try. I don't know if they're out there where you're at. Atlantic Union Bank. That's what we use. Go ahead, Morgan.
Okay.
Who's next?
Brian Keith.
Hey, Brian, what up?
He said, earn is offensive and managing is defensive.
Yep. I like the way you put that. Did I spell it wrong? Offense. I don't even know. Offense have two F's. Anybody next, Morgan? Who we got coming up, buddy?
Somebody said,
go ahead and put it on the screen, buddy.
Juicing with Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Said, hey, Chris, in chat.
What up? What up? Any other questions we got in there?
We got somebody.
There is no somebody. Give me the name, buddy.
MS to be loved.
Miss to be loved. What you got?
I like your method of investing in real estate. You don't have to be called for repairs. You are the bank, and they are borrowing from you.
That's right.
Do you give up the tax benefits investing this way?
All right, great question. So you guys follow my content. You know that I am not a landlord. Okay, let me break this down real quickly because I don't want to waste all day on this because some of us ain't ready to hear it. Morgan, I don't know why some people, maybe I can ask you since you're a kid, why some people, Daddy, I look like a landlord, don't I? With my tenants. A landlord looks like somebody that collects rent from people.
Sure.
You would think that I'm a landlord, right? Did you know Daddy's not a landlord? I operate my business like a bank. Did you know that?
No.
So landlord, when something breaks, what does a landlord have to do?
Fix it.
That's right. You got that. I'm gonna break this down for you, Miss. What was that, Miss who?
Miss to be loved.
Miss to be just to be loved, just to be loved. Miss to be loved. Miss to be loved. Tell me how your Valentine's Day was. Bank, landlord. This is why I switched my business, y'all. Morgan, you said it. What happens when you borrow money, when Daddy borrows money to buy houses and some from the bank, right? What happens if the toilet breaks and the bank has a loan on the house? Would I call the bank to come fix the toilet? No repairs. My daughter is 11 years old, y'all, and she knows you ain't gonna be calling the bank to repair nothing. The bank ain't coming. So if we live in the property and we rent from the landlord, what happens if the toilet breaks? Who we gonna call?
The landlord.
Repairs. Now, Miss To Be Loved, at this moment, my mentor says he's got 174 of these. So, in fact, he's got a $12 training. I'll put that link in the video description for you as well. He maintains all the tax depreciation on these when we do a land contract or a contract for deed. All right. So, Morgan, with the bank, what happens if you miss a payment?
That if you miss a payment,
Mhm.
then for what?
For making the payment on your loan that you borrowed to live in the house. You borrowed $100,000 from the house to move in. They got to do what? They're going to do
Cut
what?
off something.
They're going to kick you out, right?
Yeah.
So with the bank, usually they do a foreclosure, but we're going to do an eviction if you don't pay here. So these are the same. We do something called a land contract. What happens with the bank? Let me see. What else can we make? I mean, I can just go on and on and on and on and on. When you want to borrow money from the bank is going to require you to have some money too, right? The bank makes us have something called a down payment. So if you borrow $100,000 from the bank, they're going to say, look, I'm not going to give you the whole 100. I want you to put down 10,000. So we get a down payment. Over here, all we get is what? When you move into a landlord, you get rent and you get something called security deposit. So this down payment, and it could be anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000, y'all. I just collected 2 last month. So we got 8 plus 5, 13. We're doing another one now. I just can't stress to my round up family. I know it's challenging for you because you've got this struggle. I'll be a landlord. I feel good about when I walk in places. I'm a landlord. I collect rent. I promise y'all, man, it's overrated. The status. Who cares? I'm just a bank. Pay their rent and I'm done with it. You handle your own repairs. So, Miss To Be Loved, that was a good question. But we keep our depreciation. My mentor says every IRS auditor is going to be different. So you can give it to them or you try to hold on to it for yourself. That's up to you. Go ahead, Morgan. Who's next, buddy?
Okay, so Andrew K.
Andrew K. What up, homie?
He said, when cultivating private money lenders,
Mm.
in your experience, is it more
Advantageous
to look for people you have a pre-existing relationship with or form stranger who are after their return?
That's a great question, Andrew K. So for me, I started with people I knew, right? I just went right to my phone. I called 5 people. I got 100K, and it wasn't that fast. But the first time they loaned me 20K, and then it came up to 100. But I like starting with people I know. For some reason, I've got this crazy thing in my head that I always thought, like, dude, I already know you. Why can't we just do business together? I know who you are. You know me. I've been knowing you for years. Let's try to do this thing together. That's my mind thinking. But some people are like, I don't want to do that. So what they'll do, I advise people to go down to the courthouse, and I'm going to do a private money class soon, how to find these lenders. Do you know if you do a search for IRAs at the courthouse, you can find not professional, but people that are already loaning money, Andrew, and you could just send them a letter and say, hey, I'm doing deals. You want to loan me some money too? I'm going to show you guys how to find these IRAs down at the courthouse in your city. All right. So, but if some of you might be scared of rejection, so we never ask. We always just say, do you know anybody that's interested in getting a high rate of return backed by some of my real estate deals? Or I'm opening up my real estate company to private lenders. Do you know anybody that might be interested in getting a high rate of return on some capital, some money? Don't ask them directly. Ask the question, do they know anybody? So then they can say, hey, yeah, it's me, or I don't know anybody. Or they can say, yeah, I know Joe down the street. He's got some money. Is that it, Morgan? Okay, round up. Make sure you take a second, subscribe to the channel. Nothing but much love to you and your family. I'll be in Maryland this weekend. Send me a direct message on Instagram if you want to grab some coffee in the northern, probably in the harbor area. Harbor, is it the National Harbor area? I would love to see you there. I'm sure they got a coffee shop over there or something. And like the content, share with somebody else that's interested, that's thinking about financing $1,000 for 30 years. Might not be the best thing for them. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.